What do you think, Alfie? Anyone watching? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. What we're going to look at today is what I call percussive strumming. I'm sure other people call it that as well, but that's what I call it. Percussive strumming is where you are not voicing any particular chord, but just playing muted strings. Okay, you've probably heard this in hundreds of records, showing me age there, hundreds of songs without even realising it. So I'm just going to show you my take on it, do some exercises on how to improve the touch, the feel and the sound. I've got my trusty Telecaster today, which is perfect for that, complete with squeaky strap lock. So I'll break it down and give you some examples. See you in a minute. Here we are, up nice and close. So as I mentioned earlier, percussive strumming is whereby you're not voicing any particular chord, you're just playing the rhythm with the strings being muted. You've probably heard this many times, as I said in my introduction. So the way we do this is if I voice a power chord, those are already muted anyway because we only want to voice these bottom three notes here. Now, if I then release the pressure off of my fingers here, the strings then are muted, but I can still keep playing. I'm still getting a rhythm going here, but we've got this effect, this dynamic whereby we're voicing the chord and then we're playing some percussive strumming there. We could place those muted strings in lots of points in the bar, but a good exercise is this one here. I'm playing eighth notes, so I'm going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, so I'm going to play 1 and, then I'm going to release the pressure, then we get that, the muted strings, then we go 2 and, we then go 3 and 4 and, so we get this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and, okay, so if we sped that up a little bit, that's what we get. Now if I wanted to place it somewhere else, I could go 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm placing that in a different point. But the synchronization between the left and the right hand is really important. Another one, we can just put that percussion at any point. So if I was to do it just on the first beat, voiced, and then everything else muted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can then move that about in any particular direction I want, depending on what the chords the song's doing. So along the length of the E string, I could play down to the G to the F and back again in that first exercise. I could then do the same thing on the second exercise. now let's play across the strings. So I can now root my power chord on the low E. I can then go up to the A string root and do the same exercises. So we could go so what I was doing there was going from the A to the C, which is the 3rd fret on the A string, and then up to the D, which is the 5th fret on the A string. And the key to keeping the low string muted when you're playing the A string root is to tip your finger just under the string there, so it mutes it. Now you're going to get a little harmonic in fret 5 sometimes, because that's where the, and fret 7 maybe. You're just going to hear that little harmonic, but that's the nature of the beast. Okay, so that's going across the strings. So this isn't just restricted to power chords. We can do full bar chords across all the strings. So if I was to take a full A chord, I could do all the exercises and the different percussive strummings using the full bar chord. So I would go for exercise 1. Full bar chord, all strings muted. So again, if I then moved it to the next set of strings, so to the A, so that would be a D major. Again, I'm getting that little harmonic up there, but in the grand scheme of things, you wouldn't hear it necessarily with the full band going. That's my excuse anyway. Okay, so if I was to then go across the strings in a chord movement, the same ones I did before maybe. So I'd go. I think I heard a little squeak there on one of the chords, but you get the point. Okay, worth practicing and introduce it into your playing. Here's another couple of exercises you can practice. So if we do it here on a B power chord, so that's in the 7th fret on the low E, A string 9th fret, D string 9th fret, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Here's a slightly trickier one. So we're going to play the first beat muted, then we're going to play the upstroke on the an of 1, mute the second beat and play the upstroke on the an of 2, and then 3 and 4 and. So we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Give it a go. Okay, the last exercise we're going to do is going to highlight. So we're going to voice 2 and 4. Everything else is going to be muted. So it's going to go like this. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. enjoyed the video and you managed to get something from it, if you enjoyed the content, please give me a like. If you want to leave a comment, please do so. I always enjoy reading the comments. And most importantly, if you want to subscribe to the channel, please feel free to do so. It all helps, and I'll keep doing what I do. Okay, so until next time, bye. Alfie likes to sing along, don't you, Alf? Good boy. Yeah. Good boy.